I seen we have another rap beef going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and people are calling J. Cole a punk for subtracting himself from that beef. I'm going to explain to you why J. Cole's the smartest one out of both of them. You see, this never ends well. The only people who get rich from this are the lawyers and the record labels, because one of them, their mans and them will bump into each other. Somebody will pull out the blicky and take out one of their mans. And now the people with the talent and the money, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, now they got to get lawyers and all type of stuff and personal suits and civil suits. You see, this rap beef and this hip hop black community beef only happens in our communities. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Have you ever heard George Strait walk on stage at a Garth Brooks concert, take the mic and go, "If you don't like the guitarist, all in the video, think about coming to something records"? No, it only happens in our community. You ever hear Reba McEntire beefing with Shania Twain and it ends in violence? Nope, never happens. You see, when I was growing up, we had one of the biggest beefs. We had the East Coast, West Coast beef. We had Biggie and Tupac. How did that end up? Every story we hear to this day is hearsay because they're both not here anymore to tell the real stories. We could play flashbacks and MTV music clips, but they're not here because whatever happened and took them out. The only people that get rich were their music execs that own their catalogs, the producers, the people that wrote the songs. But let me explain to you what happens. Whoever wrote that beat, let's just say whoever wrote that beat, dun 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 dun, that Pac beat, that person gets played, right? Excuse me, that song gets played on a Walmart commercial. That beat, the person who did that beat and the person that owns the rights to that, they get paid lifetime money, lifetime money. His estate ain't gonna see that. All those people that sell T-shirts on boardwalks and out here of XXX Attention, Biggie, Pop Smoke, do you think their family sees any of that? No. A lot of these people, foreigners, they don't even listen to that type of music, but they cashing in on that with these bootleg shirts. When you get older, you start to realize and you start to be thankful that you made it through that. A lot of you may know my parents moved me to the suburbs, and this is why I always say, move your kids to the suburbs, because you will see different things. Your ego won't be as fragile. Two of my favorite movies was Friday and Harlem Nights growing up. You want to know why? Harlem Nights was more like my dad's generation. I love that movie because there's a line in that movie where Sugar tells Quick wanted to go take out the mob boss, and Sugar was like, "Quick, it ain't worth it. Do you know what's cool? When you die an old man on a rocking chair on a porch with your grandkids around you, that's cool. Living till you're old. Dying young ain't cool." And the other movie was when Craig's dad was like, "Son, what's that for? You kids these days are punks. You don't fight with your hands. You may get into a fight. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day." And this is why I'm glad, and I started my channel to try to tell people a lot of this stuff ain't worth it, because what's going to happen is Drake's crew is going to run into Kendrick's crew, and then one of them are going to pull out something, and then somebody's going to get hurt and taken out, and now their lawyers get involved, and the lawyers make out, and they end up losing. This is why I always say there's a lack of black fathers in the household, and this young generation, egos are fragile. People serving life sentences because somebody stepped on their Jordans. And now all of a sudden they find the Nation of Islam, or they find Christ after they already on death row, or they serving 100 years. It ain't worth it, yo. It's really not worth it. You know how many people I've had run-ins with and I diffused the situation? This is why I say get your kids in boxing, MMA, karate, because the first rule you learn is to walk away from that. It doesn't end well. Even if I beat that person up, what did I really win? They come back with something and they take me out. They're going to jail for life, and now I'm not here. Both of our families lose. So even myself, when I was younger, when this Biggie and Tupac beef was going on, I remember living in the suburbs, going to school with a Walkman, walking in school. And some friends would come up to me in school. I used to be like, I ain't got no MF friends. And all these little white kids used to be listening to that with me. Then when we got to high school, by the time we were juniors and seniors, them white boys really wasn't listening to that. I was still listening to some hip hop along with Green Day, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana. I was listening to some pop music. Yeah, you know, there were some Backstreet Boys hits that I like. You can say what you want, but when you're secure with yourself, you don't care. You will come out and say the truth because it don't matter. People's opinions won't pay your bills. And when you're long gone, they won't be here to pay your bills. This is why I say get careers, because you have more to lose. Recently, I was walking out of a store, okay? I had a run-in with somebody. I was walking out of a store. I bumped into this black dude. I was on break. Now, he's on the phone coming out of the store. He didn't even realize whenever somebody's coming out of a store or out of an elevator, you can't go in unless the person comes out. So I'll hold the door. I'll hold the door for him. He had a sandwich in his hand. He had a drink. He was on the phone. He walked right into me. Dropped his soda, you know, split, whatever, spraying everywhere. He's angry at me. He's cursing at me. Even the store owner was like, yo, don't worry about it. I'll give you another soda. I was like, yo, you know, I'll buy you another one. It wasn't even my fault, but I was like, yo, my bad. He's going on and on and on. I don't know what type of day he had. He could have been having a bad day. It was what it was. But let's just say I got in his face. And me, some of you may know, I've been boxing for 5 years. First rule you learn in boxing, when you start, avoid a fight. Don't get into a fight because there's no guarantee you're going to win that fight. You got too much to lose. Okay. I say, yo, my man, I apologize. As long as he's not putting his hands on me and my family, we good. But I'm already thinking in my head, if he swings, I'm going to slip this and tear that liver up in an uppercut. But it didn't even get to that because I just talked it out. Like, yo, my man, blah, blah, blah. He's still going on and on. I walked away. I got a career. I got everything to lose. I'm a longshoreman. My job ain't going to tolerate that shit. I'm out in the street fighting at 43. Nah, they ain't going to tolerate that. What? I'm going to be the aggressor? I walked away. And now I'm here making this video. Why? I hit him. He falls, cracks his head open. Now I'm serving how many years for manslaughter? Nah, it's not worth it. My life is too good. A lot of you know we got retirement plans, God willing. Condo in Aruba is already paid for. Retirement's already stacked. We got our health. I'm not trying to be in jail, find God when it's too late. I know him now. And this is why I'm here making this video. This rap beef never ends well. And this is why I try to guide a lot of you young men out there. It's not worth it. Walk away. Your pride is not worth 100 years. Being told when to make your bed. Being told, what's your prison number every morning, every night. Doing head counts. In the library, finding out you did it wrong. Your family forgets about you because they go on with their life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is why I'm here trying to help you. No regrets. Get it.